just waiting for my Twitch to settle down so I know it's good, so it doesn't crash out again. Okay, hello, good afternoon, welcome. I am Sean the Cockney Charmer. This is Aven Colony from Team 17. I've been looking forward to this for a few months. Almighty 2, thank you very much for the subscription, my friend, with Twitch Prime. That is hugely, hugely appreciated. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, absolute legend. Yeah, this is the best way to kind of describe it is that I loved Sim City back in the day. Absolutely loved Sim City back in the day. And I've always wanted something, because I don't play on PC anymore, I've always wanted something on console that kind of had that same feel, but also provided more of a challenge than just a sandbox environment. Aven Colony got my attention. The whole point of this game is you are basically responsible for colonising a planet on behalf of the human race, there's a colony ship in orbit, and you are in charge of building, maintaining a stable, self-sufficient city to bring people down from the orbiting ship to live on the planet. So you have to manage everything from food, water, enough homes, defences, keeping everybody happy, keeping people safe, keeping resources going. I really, really, really liked it. I've had this since... Jax, good afternoon. Hello. Welcome, welcome. It has released today on PS4, Xbox One and PC.
Welcome to the Aven Expedition.
Now,
As the governor of humanity's first colony outside the solar system, it's no exaggeration to say that the future of human civilization is in your hands. We've been in orbit for 300 hours since reaching Aven Prime, so no doubt you've had plenty of time to review the mission briefing. You'll be touching down on Vanar, which is the closest thing Aven Prime has to planet Earth. There's a great deal of plant life here, but don't be fooled. The atmosphere is primarily carbon dioxide, so we'll need to keep the colony hermetically sealed. We have a small settlement here, and you will assume command upon touchdown. There are no signs of intelligent life so far, but do keep an eye out. Your mission coordinator will be Vori Markov. She and I will be monitoring your progress closely from the colony ship. Good luck, Governor.
oh, the interface is... I love the interface, especially in the game. Now, I've already played Vanir, so that's where I'm going to start. This is the opening. Well, I'll quickly play the tutorials to give you an idea of how the building works. And then we'll jump into actually building the city. I really like it. I will show you the first city I made on Sunday for 3 hours. It would be nice if the Xbox One version did look a little shiny, you know. It's not ugly by any means. So, quick tutorial. So the left stick moves the camera around. The right stick rotates, and you can tilt it as well. And you can also zoom in with the bumper buttons. So you can get right up close, which will make more sense once we actually start building stuff. Scuddy, thank you for the host. Hello and welcome. So, I mean, for consoles, everything has been designed to work from the joypad, from the pad. The D-pad allows you to check your reserves down the bottom. It really is a slick interface, which is what I was worried about, but it runs really, really well. So, the left trigger manages everything to do with the colony. So this is where you get your stats, mainly from the left trigger menu. The right trigger menu is where you can select what items you're going to build. So I'm going to quick mine. I love this. These are drones. These drones are what builds the items you're asking to buy with, to build with nanites. Seasons. So everything's connected by tunnels. You connect buildings. These are what allows power between the different parts of your city, and also for humans to move. So you have to make sure everything you build has to be connected to the city, and tunnels is the best way to do that, which allow for people movement, oxygen, power. There's so much depth to this game. It really is amazing once you get into it. Like, it just works so well on console because of the interface. So, looking at stats is very quick. You can see everything on screen that you need to see. I love the fact you can also look at security systems as well. So you can look through the cameras to
Hi, Governor. Pleased to meet you.
highlight a minion, one of the colonists. So those are the basics. So the control systems, as you can see, are so slick, especially on a controller for the consoles. Because if you make it's such a complicated style of game, you can imagine how nuts it would be on console trying to get everything right. But it's been mapped so well. It's so easy to use and so straightforward. So of course, colonists need food, water, shelter, electricity. So for food, we need to make a farm. So you can even set power and policies for the colony. So if you're running low on food, you can set it to food or water, you can tell the colony to ration, which means they won't be happy, but it will save on food. So here we are using the tunnel system to extend the colony out a bit. Speed up time a little bit with the D-pad. I love the animation of the drones building stuff. That's so cool. And now we're going to make a farm. As you see, whenever you go to build a water pump or food, the game will give you an overlay, which is really, really clever, which will help you position your farm in the best location in order to get the best or the most yield from whatever it is you want to grow or the most water. So things you have to bear in mind whenever you're building something like a farm, you have to bear in mind that they have to be staffed. So you have to make sure that where you put something, there's enough people to staff it and work it. This will all make more sense once I'm actually starting to make the, build the city up. But the game allows you such quick access to information. So you always know what's happening. It's just... So everything you need to know, everything you need to use in order to make your adjustments when you're actually starting to build a city is right there for you. So you get two quite short tutorials, but it's enough to give you the basics and the understanding of the fundamentals, such as you have to provide water, air, food, how to use tunnels to connect everything. So here we go. Veneer or veneer. So this is the first. So basically, what you have to make a colony that is thriving and self-sufficient. As you play, you'll be given challenges along the way.
Welcome to your new colony. Commissioner Veronica is eager to see how you can grow this small settlement on Aven Prime. Here is your first objective.
So, I can see we've had the colony stuck right in the middle of some potholes. That's in a block where we can build straight away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tunnels. I'm just going to extend it so we've got a bit more space to use. First things first. Let's make a water pump. So as you can see, as soon as you pick anything that's deals with resources, food or water, you get an overlay immediately that will show you, help you position it so you can get the best yield possible. So we'll put one straight away. So we're just running the game at normal speed for now. As you can see, the drone has woken up. What I'm going to do is upgrade the drone facility, because that would then give me 2 drones to help build. I'll just increase the game speed a little bit. So guys, this is Aven Colony, out today on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC from the good people at Sim City. Anyone who remembers Sim City will get a real kick out of this. This is micromanagement on a big level.
Your colony could benefit from a higher level of food output.
So, we have a water pump, and now what we need to do is start making a farm or two. So I'm just going to make a tunnel so we can extend. See, so we've upgraded the drone station, so now we have 2 drones. I'm going to build things. Now there are 2 ways that you can build farms in this game. You can have a normal farm. I'm going to grow some melons. You can have a normal farm which is out in the open. Oh, might you see you're going to get a real kick out of this, my friend. So you get a first farm which is like this. Traditional farm out in the open. Of course, because of the seasonal changes, it's all good in spring, summer and autumn. However, when you get to winter, obviously, you can't grow anything. So you can also start use greenhouses, which is what I tend to use.
As an experienced colony governor, we trust your judgment, and I urge you to.
Alright, so, first thing we need to start building.
However you see
Get some
fit.
power is a really big factor.
Good luck.
For this game, because you have to provide a stable amount of power. So I'm going to build a couple of wind turbines, a couple of solar panels, and then an energy battery that will store up some power as well. Because the more buildings you place in your colony, the more power they use up. So we have a farm here, as you can see, is out in the open. What I'm going to do now is I can't do because it's blocked. So you can also grow a greenhouse. So this is I'm going to make a greenhouse just so we've got food coming during winter months as well.
I think another mining facility would be a good...
So what we need to do now is try and find somewhere to mine. As you can see, we have some mining options here, but we're going to have to tunnel our way to get over there. So what I'm going to do is, this is also because this is going to be a good way of extending look at these little drones. I love the animation when you're getting close. So this is probably the 3rd time I've actually played this particular level, this opening mission, and each time the starting point has always been in a different location. So as you can see right now, I'm completely surrounded by potholes, which is going to limit how I build my city up, because I can't demolish mountains, I can't demolish these rocks. As you can see, we are nice. Winter is coming for you Game of Thrones fans out there. Well, I think this might get your attention on Mighty 2, because I really like it. I really, really like it. So as you see, when winter comes, farmers won't grow crops. Greenhouses will still grow food, but at a 50% rate. And any solar panels that you've got up will also generate 50% power. So if you've got a large colony and you haven't prepared for winter when there's less sunlight and less food production, you will suddenly hit winter, and then suddenly a whole lot of problems can happen. You will have population that will be unhappy, you can run out of food, your power levels can drop, and if you've got a large colony that isn't supported by other power sources, you will find the structures will start shutting down. First things first, let's get the mining operation started. Spin it around. So these are our towers. Right, so So this is one of the factors. You also need to start having drone stations. Because every drone station has a limited range for what they'll cover. Mr. G the Fox 13. I'm in the UK. I'm from London, England. The game has launched today. So it's already available in the UK. Right. So now we should be able to... So as you can see, winter has now come. So there's snow on the ground. You can see this red light means there's not enough power for these farms. So let's just get... So this is what I mean when I say there's okay. What about construction drones? This is weird. My construction drones have gone missing. You'll sit in there. You'll sit in there.
I've consulted with Commissioner Veronica, and I'd like to make a few
So we can also make use of geothermal power. For some strange reason, my drains have all gone offline. That's really interesting. I wonder if that's because of power. Yes, it's because of the power. Oh, that was naughty. Okay. See what I mean? So that's what I'm referring to. When you get to winter, if you haven't got enough power management or power sources. Oh, so you have to wait. It's going to be worth it, though. It will be worth it. I promise you. So what I need to do now, because I cannot risk not having any drones in winter like we just had.
Your colony could benefit from more residential space.
So of course, we also need to provide housing for the colonies. We have food, we have water, we have power. Now we have a place. The trick I learned is to make sure.
We have some thoughts on how to best expand your colony.
Okay, so let's start processing. And I'm out of nanites. So again, you can run out of resources really, really quickly if you get carried away in building. So I'm now waiting to get enough nanites in order so I can build a nanite process to make more processors. Come on, game, give me some processors. Right, I've now... So, where I had the problem in winter where there wasn't enough power to supply the drones, I'm now in a situation where I'm not producing any nanites in order to complete the next stage. And this is because I built a load of tunnels straight away. So I've kind of shot myself in the foot here a little bit. So what I might have to do is... I may have to recycle this battery in order to get enough nanites in order to build. So when you do start off, you kind of want to do what the game asks you to build to start off with, and not get too carried away until you can start making your own
colony
resources.
could benefit from increased storage.
So winter's here. I'll just turn the game speed down again. Now, sooner or later, the game will let you have more of a free reign.
Your colony looks like it could benefit from a little bit more immigration.
So, in order to get more people to come to the colony, we are going to have to build an immigration centre. So, the immigration centre will allow people from the ship in orbit to come down to your colony, but it will also allow unhappy colonists to leave the colony and go back to the ship. So it all depends on the job you're kind of doing. I'm just going to quickly make a trade hub as well.
I'd like to recommend that you increase the amount of residential space in your colony.
Here's your next population growth target.
So it will set you targets. So it will say, I want you to build this building. I want you to grow your population to this number. And as you start building your city, you're going to work to this goal to get the rewards. So the game is constantly updating you on how you're doing. On goals, on missions, any problems. You are alerted pretty much straight away if things are going pear-shaped. So we've got an immigration centre. We have... Now sadly, we are not producing enough nanites. Which is not good. Nanites are the building materials you need. Again, I have used up quite a bit of nanites making tunnels, just because the location we've started in has meant I've had to extend the colony in order to make room for buildings I need to pick up. It's a bit of a mean starting point, to say the least. Now the game has given me 2 missions. He wants me to build a habitat, and he wants me up to 50. The only problem is I am now not earning any nanites, which is going to make it really...
Sometimes I really miss my relatives from back home. And then I remember my...
I know they say the gravity is...
So you can zoom in on people, you actually hear their thoughts. And the good thing is, if they start getting unhappy, they will actually hold protests as well, which you can actually see. And they can complain from anything from not enough food to not enough power to basically complaining that it takes too long for them to get to work, which means you haven't got an efficient tunnel system. Now I'm going to speed up the game too, because I'm not producing any nanites, so I need to get my population up to 50. I probably shouldn't have built the trading hub as early as I did, because that used up quite a lot of nanites. So currently you have a population of 22. I need to get that up to 50. Being warned that winter is about to kick in, which means the farms will stop and the solar panels will stop producing power. So this, so straight away, this one will let us know how close we are to winter and how the year's progressing. So what you really want to have are, as you see, winter's landed, and you can see that our power levels are already starting to drop because the solar panels aren't collecting any sunlight to turn into electricity. So one of the tips I will say for this is manage the amount of nanites you have. Try not to do what I've just done, which is to go forth and build lots of tunnels and lots of unnecessary buildings like the trade hub. I probably don't need the trade hub just now. Let's have a look. So what I might do is I'm going to recycle the training hub. So that's the danger. You can get carried away quite early on if you're not careful enough. Because if you don't have nanites, then you can't build anything. And if you can't build anything, you're kind of buggered. So what I'm going to place the nanite. Right, okay, so already we haven't got enough habitats in order to... Oh, I can honestly say, straight away, I have probably messed this up. I've used far too many nanites, building far too many tunnels, that I've not had the necessary nanites to just do the opening requirements. So what I'm going to do is, because I've completely paused that up, is start again. So that's how you can mess up. If you get carried away, if you don't manage your replay, you can't build anything. If you can't build anything, then your colony will instantly start falling apart. And that was within the first 20 minutes of just having a colony. So as you can see, we've started again. Now the starting point is a bit kinder here, because we've... See, there's a lot of space going this way with lots of... And not get too carried away. I will upgrade the hub, so we've got a couple of drones on the go. There we go. That's not one of ours. That's like a little science vehicle that's just going off and doing its own thing. Again, it's not one of ours. It's fresh. Hello, welcome. Yes, that was my feeling. Honestly, this game, it's really clever in the fact, especially this opening mission. This opening mission will guide you, help you, but then it kind of encourages you to go off and do your own thing. And then if you're not careful, you can get into the situation where you kind of get...
higher level of food output.
Buggered. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful in what I do here. Can we pick this up? So these are... Okay, so these are cargo pods. As you can see, these are cargo pods from the ship. You do need to have a drone in range, so I'm going to have to build... So if I look at this, we can see the range of it. For some strange reason, it's decided it can't go and pick it up, which is really frustrating. Let's grow some melons, shall we? Everybody likes a melon. Of course, we can connect it to the colony here. So what I'm going to do for the first 30 minutes, I'm just going to build what the game tells me to build. But there will be a moment where the game will say, right, you're now free to do what you need to do.
Hello. Hello, Governor. I wanted to remind you that the mission objectives from my team are here only to guide you.
Here we go.
Please do remember that these objectives are optional. As an experienced colony governor, we trust your judgment, and I urge you to build the colony however you see fit. Good luck.
And that, you see, that's the trap you can fall into.
Thoughts on how to best expand your colony?
So what I really want to do now, I kind of want to build an extension in order to start building power. So I'm going to put a couple of wind turbines just here, and then along this way I'm going to start building more power. So this will be my power area. I'm really enjoying my time in this game. So again, to those watching, thank you for tuning in. I'm Sean the Cockney Charmer. This is Aven Colony, released today on consoles and PC. I am playing on Xbox One.
I think another mining facility would be a good idea.
So we've got our first mining resource here. So again, now we're complaining we haven't got enough power. So the more you build, the more power you need. Without enough power, what the city considers to be less vital systems and buildings will be shut down to conserve power.
Your progress is satisfactory. I've been authorized to provide your colony with a small...
Now, I always go for nanites because nanites are needed to build rather than food. Food you can grow, you can make a farm. So...
A new mission is available.
So, again, geothermal power has been requested, which we can build straight away here. Which is why I made a tunnel. I led the tunnel to this geothermal patch. I just love the animation of the drones at work. You wait until you start building some really big structures as well, and you have more than a couple of drones on the go. It's really good.
Your colony could benefit from more residents.
It could indeed. Okay, so let's build. So we can build an outpost to start with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build... I'm going to build an outpost first. The best way to... whenever you start building, the more your colony grows out, the more you want to have residential buildings nearby to lower the amount of... traversing your colonists have to do to get to work. And obviously, the further out you go, those buildings will need to be staffed, and they can't all come from the centre of the colony because they'll complain about the commute. What I want to do now is build another greenhouse. Now, I happen to know that the first couple of trade missions you get ask for melons and broccoli. So, that's why I am starting melons and broccoli. I am trying to keep farms together, power together. Just because the air quality, pollution, is also a factor. Which we'll see to get more people coming in. I'm a little bit worried the fact that we're quite constrained in where we can build.
We have some thoughts on how to best expand your colony.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now quickly build. But we need to find some iron and copper into mine, otherwise we're not going to get very far. Here to keep it nice and even.
The ration pack vending machine at my residence.
Your colony could benefit from increased storage capacity.
So this is where we got to before we all went a little bit tits up. So I would recommend for the first sort of 30 minutes, only build what the game asks you to build. That way you can start managing your resources a little better before you go all out and run out and get stuck. So we got another so I want to start building kind of this way because there's another source of geothermal energy there. Now I want to get this. So what I might do is build another drone station just here. Cargo pods are amazing because you can give you food but also nanites. So hopefully I can pick... Yeah, so now we can... Now we've got a drone station nearby. We'll also give a bit of an upgrade, so we'll have 2 drones on the go. So that's given us a nice influx of extra nanites to go. Which gave us 150 corn, 60 nanites and 60 rice. So that's food for the populace. So as you can see, the game's kind of saying, okay, there you go. Off to work you are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly build a little habitat here. So this way we can staff, once we get an immigration centre up. As you can see, there's a pod that we can work to over here. What I might do actually is quickly build an immigration centre. This doesn't allow us to build out, and we need to make it. I thought I made a mini. Okay. Okay, so we started over here. Where's our farm? So again, you can build other buildings in the same style, but the game will ask you to basically complete tasks.
Well done.
I'll take the nanites, please.
We'd like you to increase the colony's population.
I'd like
Okay,
to
so get the
recommend
population up
that
to 50. So this is where I was before and got absolutely scuffed because I'd already used up all my nanites. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to extend this way again because we can mine these locations and also get coal over. So let's build a habitat centre right here. I just love the animation of the drones at work. And this does work so well on console control-wise. It's like there are some games where you just know it's designed for a mouse and keyboard, but honestly, Aven Colony on console on a controller is working really well. Viper41, thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome. Thank you kindly. Good to see you. Welcome to the family. So there we have a habitat.
We have some thoughts on how to improve the air quality in your colony.
So again, because of where we're situated and it has to be hermetically sealed in order, because there's so much carbon dioxide in the air, of all the buildings that we make, all the power generator, everything else, the air quality has to be maintained, or the people will get unhappy. So we need to build. As you can see, as soon as you pick an item to build, you can see a quick overlay to tell you, so you can see where the air quality is bad. So we can see that right now, the centre is pretty awful. The yellow arrows is just how much is where the bad air is, basically just where this filter will help clean the air from. So again, when you're building, when your colony gets really big, you start building habitat or residential. What you want to do is start building air quality where the most industrial area side is.
Your colony could really benefit from a trade facility.
See, and this is where I built that too soon and used up a load of nanites that I didn't need to, because it also didn't count. So what I'm going to do is, let me zoom out a little bit. So, where did I put the immigration sensor? Why don't we build a trade hub next to yeah, let's put a stick it right here instead. Also, I'm sticking a cheeky water pump. So it's just to fill up all the spaces. Northwest 13. I'm really enjoying it. I was a big fan of Sim City back in the day, and being a primarily a console gamer, I have missed not having something similar on console to play. But Aven Colony is providing enough of a challenge for me to really get into it.
Your colony could benefit from a few upgrades.
I need your help to balance our supplies on the colony ship.
So now we have a trading hub. We now can start trading items. As you can see, because my first farm was a melon farm, I'm able to trade the melons that I have, and I will get 120 porridge. Okay, so the game wants more geothermal energy, which we can build now because that's annoying. Yeah, that's the only thing that is rather annoying, is when you get this far and the game says, no, you can't have that. And you're thinking, well, why not? See, no power construction drones. So we don't have to make a drone station. So let's make a drone station. Possibly is fresh. I mean, I think you're not. I mean, for me, you're not. I don't know what it's like in the later levels where it comes to terms of fighting. Let me just pause the game quickly. The game does warn you that you can encounter alien life forms, so there is a bit of combat to it. You do have to build defences in your colony. For this particular one, it will be in spores that can cause a plague within your colony that you have to kind of fight off. But you're not going to be going to war with another city, so you haven't got that kind of command and conquer. But you do have the micromanaging of a city. You have to build a city, maintain power, air, food, keep the population happy. You have to keep growing your city to be self-sufficient in order to deem a city be continue to colonize, so you can be moved on to a new area. So the combat, so there's no PvP side to it. Here's a city, go fight them. But you do have to build defense. There will be to your colony. They have to build defenses to control and manage. Okay, let's build a drone station just here. See, there's a cargo pod there as well I want to get my hands on. I'm trying to be, I'm very mindful of the fact that we've also got to maintain enough power as well. Again, everything you build ends up taking power away. Why? No, that's not what I wanted to do, was it? That was it. Geothermal. There we go. So you can see we've started to branch out. We'll do. So you can upgrade buildings. Upgrading buildings makes them more efficient, improves how they can work. Thank you, Fresh. I'm really liking it. You know, because consoles didn't have a Sim City style game. But the challenge of maintaining the colony and having to do all the tasks, keeping everybody happy, being successful, is enough to make me want... I mean, I started this on Sunday because I'm reviewing this, so I've had the game a bit early. 4 hours on Sunday, I worked on completing this particular level. 4 hours, and you can still continue. So it just goes to show there is a lot that can be done. Now, what I want to do is that I want to build a habitat as well. Again, because this is all helps build the population numbers in, and also allows whatever. The further out you go, I don't want people to have to walk all the way from the centre of the colony out there because they won't be happy with it. So I'm going to upgrade this one as well. Can I now reach? Can't reach it. Where are my farms? Excuse me. Where can I get the most rice? As you can see, so whenever you're building something that requires staff, you can see that the overlay is telling me that from the yellow hours, that's where people will come to. That's where workers will have to travel in order to get to work. And that is quite a distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a habitat, although there is one there. But what I'll do is I'll create a tunnel system that will allow easier access to places. See, winter is now here, and as you can see, power levels have dropped a lot. So I can start trading rice.
We have some thought.
Ah, of course. Now we can so we have two options for defences. We can make lightning towers, so buildings won't take damage from lightning storms, and we can actually absorb their power from the strike and turn it into power. So what I think would be a good one is to put one by the farm. I'll make a couple just to start off with. Again, I'm being mindful not to run out of use up all my nanites.
We have some thoughts on how to best expand your colony.
So this I'm now at the point now where the game is kind of giving me more freedom to start building what I want to build. So let's get another nanite processor built as well. So again, I'm now not, as you can see, I'll pause the game quickly. As you can see, power levels has jumped back up to almost normal levels because it's no longer winter. So again, it's all these little touches you have to be mindful of. Of course, the ultimate goal is to create a city that is self-sufficient, and there will be a point where the game will guide you. It will tell you every step of the way, so you're not completely blind. It will give you steps and end up with a massive, well, like one final big challenge that will say, right, once you've built this, this shows that you're good to go, and then you can claim victory, and then you can move on. But you can also continue on. So there is that element that you can just carry on, letting your colony grow or build or move forward.
Your progress is...
Nanites, please. Now, where's my immigration sensor? It's doing well. Now I'm being very careful how far I'm reaching out because I don't want to trigger a certain event from happening just yet.
Your colony could benefit from a few upgrades.
Okay, so let's find our greenhouses. I just love seeing the drones in action. Can I upgrade? So I've got this general focus, so let's... So again, power is our main issue at the moment. So what I am going to do, I am going to build a couple of solar panels. And I'm going to build them next to habitat. But what I also need to do is there's certain services that you can do to keep the morale of the population happy. You can create things from an enhancer, which is what like a drugstore. You can build a bar and grill, a park, a retail shopping mall, VR sensor. But this is really key. One tip I will say is whenever you start building multiple residential areas, agree fresh, absolutely agree my friend, is that you want to also start putting hospitals down close to residential areas. And that will be made clear in the next event in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a couple of hospitals nearby where I have residential places. Because there's an event that, when the first time I played this, there's an event that happened that absolutely knocked me for 6, and I wasn't ready for it. But since completing it, I have now got a better understanding of what to do.
I'd like to facilitate a trade arrangement.
Okay, but right now, I just need you to... we should hold. So, I actually now have to build a farm. I make greenhouses, but I actually now have to make an actual farm in order to upgrade it, in order to keep happy. So what I'm going to do... barley, barley, barley. Let's make some barley. Of course, that's not connected, so let's connect you up. And we'll upgrade the farm and get that challenge done. I also want to make a processing center.
Bori has authorized me to give you a special mission objective.
Right, so you want a research center. A research center will allow us to start researching. So what I really want to do, stick it here. So now we can start researching new crops to sell, new materials as well. So it's almost like Age of Empires. It's like as you grow your colony, within the more successful you are, the bigger it gets, the more you can start evolving what you can produce, crop-wise, product-wise, engineering-wise. What I want to do now, I'm also going to connect the hospital. Can I move it? No, that's wrong. That's not what I wanted you to do.
Hey, Chief. I got a special objective for you.
Learn how to make so you would like us to research this stuff. So we're doing quite well. We've spaced, we've got enough room. Again, always being mindful of what you build to start off with in terms of nanites.
We have a new trade mission available. Maybe it could...
We'll have some barley. Do I have barley? Well, I've now got a farm that will generate barley, so that will happen. And the fact that you can increase the game speed as well really helps speed momentum up. I just love zooming in.
Hey, what's up?
And the fact that when you go into the cameras, you can hear the companies talking to each other as well. It's a lot more funny if you're doing badly enough that they start protesting. You can actually see what they're protesting against, which is really quite humorous. Am I able to reach here just yet? No. What's here? So this cargo pod has 100 nanites, 200 corn, and 300 soda. But it's the nanites I might want, so I'm definitely going to want to start moving myself out here. But I think what I'm going to do...
We'd like you to expand your colony's population.
We can do that. I just love the scale of it. And of course, the different missions or challenges that you have will take you to different environments. The next mission after this is a desert area. You can imagine, here it's quite lush. We've got trees, vegetation, which is great for farming, great for wind farms. Imagine what it would be like in a desert area. You would have to, it would be a lot difficult to provide water and farms and food. Let's just have a look at air quality. I'm just mindful as we starting to build up and have more elements kicking in. I'm also being quite mindful to sadly in this opening mission your trade options are quite limited. Where's the phone? Let's get a... Where can we get the most barley? I'm going to build a hospital over here because we do seem to we have a couple of... So you can see the blue lines is where we provide, this hospital will provide service for, and as you can see, that is quite a lot. So it's quite a nice location for us. Because there will be an event that will make perfect sense. Let's just speed up game time a little bit. Take up the max speed, 8x8 speed. So hello to those who are watching, I am Sean the Cotley Charmer. Thank you for tuning in to this launch day celebration stream of Aven Colony. Out today on consoles and PC. By the good people over at Team 17. Show them some love on Twitter, at Team 17 Limited. Great people. Big fan of them from my Amiga days. Right, that research centre is moving very slowly. That's really annoying me now. So I'm gonna start putting down now plasma turrets. In this particular mission, there are alien spores that will damage buildings if they land on buildings, and they can cause a plague to the populace, which is why I'm putting hospitals down. So what I'm gonna do is, because this colony is getting a little bit bigger, I'm just gonna start positioning a couple of these to help prevent too much infection starting off. It's a bit of an extra. It's a bit of an optional extra right now, but it will pay off. Hopefully.
colony would benefit from increased manufacturing capabilities.
Okay, so now we have to build a chemical plant. Where's the chemical plant? So just waiting to get some nanites. Now the chemical plant is also very, very handy because it will enable us to also develop a cure at stage 2. Alright, the chemical plant, I kind of want to put the chemical plant out of the way. I also want it to be I kind of want it in a more industrial area. Well, that drone sensor is not doing very well by itself, is it? Very bad. Little friend. So of course, because there's ranges to the drone stations, you have to make drone stations every time you expand your colony out. So you've got a first air quality alert warning. So let's have a look where the air quality is quite. Okay, so let's see, everywhere else is quite green. This is kind of the worst, so let's just stick right next to this geothermal site. Sorry.
We have a new request for you, boss.
Where did we put the chemical plant? First things first. So we also need to make So you see, I'm trying to keep the greenhouses and a farm in one area to kind of keep it all just to keep everybody happy. You're still complaining about air quality. Why are you complaining about air quality? Really getting a lot of youth from party, aren't we? I still want to kind of see, there's something that happens. The last time I got close to these little purple crystalline regions, something happened in the game, and I'm trying to avoid that just yet until I've got enough defenses. I'm also being mindful about the nanites that I have as well. This is just such a relaxing and deep thinking game as well. Michael Slater 22, thank you for the follow. Fresh, thank you for the follow. Good to have you. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Please do check out my Twitch page for all my other social media stuff, my blog, my YouTube channel, the website that I do game reviews for, moviegamesandtech.com. All linked to my social page, my channel page, I should say. I am sending you barley.
Hello, Chief.
Go away.
I have a new opportunity for you.
Yes. Now the problem is, well, I'll get there, but I haven't made any yet, so you know. What I'm gonna do though, just for shits and giggles, not because I need to, I'm just gonna make a quick bar and grill. Just to keep the people happy. As you can see, as soon as I put it down, they become a lot happier. Because what will happen is after a few years, the colony will start. The colony ship, well, the main ship in orbit will start holding referendums for the colony, and if the population's unhappy, they will vote you out, and you will lose. Where's the chemical plant? So chemical plant is here. Now this is what I'm going to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly build a new water pump. This will then provide some power there as well. Air quality. Where's the air quality? Ooh. Oh, it's quite bad over here, isn't it? Okay, let's stick it. Okay, and let's put a little in there to keep the people kind of happy. Feels happy. As happy as they can be. I mean, what we can really do. Kirko sledge I'm gonna research, because this is what we can use to make nanites. And then what I'm going to do is make a new farm. Kirko I'll pick this up. How far can we extend? Oh, no, can't extend you at all. Now you can even make police drone units as well. Because obviously the higher your population grows, the more chances that you get some numpties misbehaving. So police drones will patrol and help keep your population from being a complete nuisance. Now what I'm going to build, you can see, I'm going to build a park here because I want to be able to get... Can I get... Now I wonder if I build a drone here. Can I now pick that up? Yes. 55 nanites, 57 gold, 152 bread. Love that. Again, nanites are good. Nanites are healthy. It looks as though we don't need a storage area. Into the park. Now, what I'm going to have to try and do is build a Zorium generator. Zorium generators use Zorium to provide a huge amount of power. And as long as you're mining it, you're okay. Which is what this blue stuff is. How are we still getting... Let's put... We've got an insane van. Tell you what, just to be on the happy side. I'm going to make another. Sensor here.
I hope you're keeping the happiness of your colonists.
Need a couple of referendums, which my fellow Brits will know headaches. So referendums are now going to be held every single year. If I have managed to win a referendum at 69% of the vote, I don't know what percent of the vote. Oh, actually, 50%. So unless your population during the referendum is absolutely miserable, you shouldn't be kicked out. Hopefully. Come on, build a drone sensor. Let's get that cargo in. Fleabag, hello. Not that I've seen. For the main menu, all there's been is the campaign, which is what we're playing now. There's a sandbox area, which is a free roam kind of build a colony and just see what happens. But there's no PvP because it's not really that type of game. It's not really a colony versus another colony. You won't be building an army. You won't be building vehicles. Let's just give you a bit of an upgrade because you're working really, really slow. Can you pick up? Yes. That's gonna be a big help. 100 nanites is gonna be a big help. So can we? See, I know for a fact the second I reach here, the game will become a completely different. Have I got a gun here? I do. I'll make another one though. I'll place my turret. I'll place my turret there. I don't have a place my turret here. Should I? Let's make a. Ooh, that's not good. So as soon as I trigger the next stage, Oh, you're getting barley, son. So let's finish. Let's get the barley finished off. Up time a little bit. Go to 8 speed just to hopefully get the barley off, which we can do. So we can now move on to.
I'd like to facilitate a trade arrangement.
I'm still a bit wary about power. So let's build some. Okay, you want us to input. Oh, we let the barley pick up a bit. %80 happy. That's not too bad. What we probably want to do though is build another couple of habitats to help keep the population growing. And just to keep them a little bit sweet, you can give them a bargain. And of course, power is going to be another problem, so again, solar power doesn't work in the winter. We're generating quite a bit of a wind farm collection, aren't we? Let's see. Air quality seems to be quite bad around here, doesn't it?
Your colony could...
Well done. I'm pleased with the progress of your colony. You may select one of the following resources.
Nanites. Population. I find the population will kind of grow the more happy or the more successful your colony is doing. So nanites is what you really need.
We have some thoughts on how to best expand your colony.
Congratulations, we won our first referendum. As your population grows, you need to find a more suitable accommodations. Please build a skyscraper. Now, skyscrapers are quite impressive. Definitely going to need a hospital. Make a VR sensor. Again, this is all about just keeping the population happy. So what we'll do is we'll build a quick police station as well. Right, as you can see, detect an incoming storm of ice. So this is what you need the plasma turret for. Now we've suddenly hit kind of our what year are we actually in? Let's have a look. So in our 10th year, and now in our 10th year, we've started to be attacked by ice shards from space, which is what those plasma turrets are for. You want enough plasma turrets to defend you against those shard attacks, otherwise they will just damage your buildings. As you can see, my plasma turrets are working away. Though some buildings have taken some damage, so I am thinking let's
Governor, during our initial exploration of Vanar, our scouts encountered an unusual alien life form.
here we go.
This organism is only marginally intelligent, but it does pose a great danger to our colony, as it can attach to our buildings and grow very quickly. We call it the Creep. Our research team analyzed the threat and quickly devised a special drone that can cleanse the Creep from infected structures. I'm now uploading the schematics for those scrubber drone stations directly to your colony governance system. I recommend building one as soon as possible. Our scanners have detected several creep spores heading toward the nearby lake, and an infestation is highly likely in the near future.
So this is the event I was telling you about. These are spores. Now spores are dangerous little buggers. If they get on buildings and you haven't got plasma turrets to take out the spore sites or these scrubber drones, what you can find is your buildings will start getting destroyed. And I mean properly destroyed. The first time I encountered the spores, I hadn't prepared. I didn't have any plasma turrets down. I really wasn't prepared for anything. And they literally just destroyed half my colony. It was not a pretty sight. And where's my big old skyscraper? There it is. As you can see, any buildings that have a red light means that they are not being powered.
I have some thoughts on ways you can promote. Here's your next population growth target.
So we're now to get 200 population. I'm pretty sure. So as you can see from power, we've hit winter, and already our power levels have now completely dropped by almost 100, which means that certain facilities, certain buildings are being shut down in order to save on power, such as the bar and grill has been shut down. The trade hub has been shut down. Have I got two bowl? Have I got two bowl on grills? I'm having two bowls. We're so close to each other. But what I can do now we've actually encountered the spores. Right, winter's almost over, so our power levels are starting to rise again. Starting to. Let's see. So I need to get here because that's a mining source. So let's just see. So I'm hoping I can use building expansions in order to expand a little bit further. Because what I want to do is get over here because I need to mine some Zamorium here. Hopefully. So there's so much. I mean, this is literally just the opening level, and we've now been going for almost 2 hours. We're not even close to the final. You can save. You can save at any time. As you can see, this was me playing on Sunday. So you can save at any time, and then you can come back, which is a good thing. So you don't have to wait for a checkpoint. You can just save the game, back out, do whatever you got to do, then come back. So I like the fact that it doesn't rush you. It allows you to take your time. You know what? Let's build proper habitat. So as you see, some of the spores have crashed and landed. Ouch. So I clearly do not have enough plasma guns because that was very painful. That was very, very painful. So something.
Ori has authorized me to give you a special mission objective.
Now, if I remember right, where's the research centre? The problem is the bigger you make your colony, you do start to forget. Now you can set the drones to auto repair, but that also uses a lot of nanites. So you kind of want to make sure you're good to go before that happens. I reach you yet? Yes. Finally reach you. So we've got 100 nanites, 200 corn, 300 soda. What I really want to do, however, so again, it all comes back to power management as well. So keeping your eye on nanites, but so buildings infected. Now, of course, a lot of this because I've rubber drones out and about. It's not that much of an issue at the moment. But the first time I encountered the spores, I literally had almost this entire area on my original playthrough filled with buildings, and spores came in and just blew everything up. It really was ridiculous how fast I destroyed my colony. I might actually make another one to help out. And then what he wants us to do is to build a retail centre, which we do once we get some nanites up. So what I can do is I can go into colony. As you can see, I've got a couple of buildings that are now damaged. When you get a bit more, what you can do is go into colony policies and set the drones to auto repair. So the drones will suddenly go out and they will repair any build that needs to be repaired until either complete or you run out of nanites. And then the policy will turn off. What I'm going to do is build a nano processor. You see my plasma turrets are now defending the city against space shards. And luckily, they've actually done a far better job. Than they were doing beforehand. I'm just, it's so relaxing and so, this is everything that I like about a game that has micromanagement. I mean, I've had a big kick out of Stardew Valley as well, so it's all been... So you've got to look after everything: food, power, water, oxygen. Keeping the people happy because of the referendums, so they can vote you out. Defending your colony. Expanding your colony. Right. So now we want P-cell sensor. So let's find the best place for the research sensor. We've got a shopping centre now. Milling. Your turn is now producing entirely bread and entirely oatmeal. In order to we need a mill. Mill. Mill, chemical plant, and a mill. So what we'll do is we'll put the mill.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing. Mori, are you on?
Jack, where are you?
I'm studying the flora just outside the Van Ark colony. I found a strain of plant that closely mimics...
So while we're all slaving away on the colony ship, you've been off picking flowers?
If by that you mean... has the expedition's only qualified botanist been doing his job? Then, yes. Yes, he has.
Of course, every shopping centre does need a
for this flower.
food court.
Yes. I cannot wait to see this plant. It sounds amazing.
Oh man, you are gonna love this picture of my flower, Euros. It's got these two big, fat, pink petals on it.
Jack, you just twerted a picture of your butt to the entire colony ship.
Wait, what?
Jack, how many times do I have to remind you about the proper protocols for internal communications?
What? No way, you gotta be... No! I meant to send that just to Euros.
Instant karma.
That's it. I'm suspending your use of Twirtle until further notice.
It was a completely innocent mistake, really. I meant to scan the flower, and I must have pointed the scanner the wrong way.
I'm also recommending immediate disciplinary action. Sorry about all this, Governor. Hang on. I'm taking the call offline while I delete that twert. All right, Jack. I deleted that twert. You can explain yourself to Commissioner Veronica later. In the meantime, perhaps you'd like to introduce yourself to the new colony governor of Vanar.
Are you serious? The governor is in on this call?
Yes, Jack. And you're lucky the governor didn't get that twert.
Oh, man. You're a living legend from old Earth. What did you say your name was again?
I don't think you'll get much information. The governor is the silent type.
They say you were the mayor of New York City and helped rebuild it after the war. I am honored.
What I'm also going to do is make a new trade hub as well, because at this moment in time, we're not actually.
The
We're only
governor is
getting
not
one
your
trade.
boss, Jack. You don't need to brown nose.
I'm not brown-nosing, I'm schmoozing. There's a difference.
Oh,
So
not
hopefully
stupid
now,
dancing
with
gorilla.
2 trade centres, we can have 2 ships on the go. Yeah.
But again,
I know you love the dancing gorilla, Vori. Don't try to deny it.
and aren't you supposed to be prepping for the Sandy Gulch expedition right now?
Don't worry, Governor. We're not all as uptight as Vori here. Some of us have a sense of humor and can talk about things other than protocol and mission objectives from time to time.
Jack, this call is over. Please don't.
Okay, so that's it. You have now have an entire city on Vanar. Your objective is an Earth History Centre. This is the final goal. Once you build this, the game will say, congratulations, you've done it. Now you can move on to the next mission.
Don't make me add insubordination to the report I'm filing for the commissioner.
And this
Thanks for proving my point.
is the Earth Centre. So we need 316 nanites and 72 power. So right now, we need to earn nanites, but you also have to have enough power to run it. So far, our defences are holding up quite nicely. Phew. I wonder if I can... I do just love watching drones play Lego. Macintosh 2K, hello my friend. I'm really enjoying it. I was a big fan of Sim City back in the day. This is on Xbox One. I don't play on PC anymore. I'm finding this enough of a challenge with enough to do to really, really invest some time in it. I mean, we're now 2 hours into the stream, and this is the opening campaign mission, if you like. 2 hours in, so... And there are a lot more levels to complete as well. But I'm really enjoying it. Generally enjoying it. Hopefully, if there's anyone else in chat that like to share their thoughts on what they've seen so far, it'd be great to hear them. But I'm really enjoying it. Need more storage. How are we doing? Flour. Why aren't we producing? I'm not making any wheat. Okay, let's start. Air quality. There we. Ooh, that's one. How are we doing? Well, it's a bit yellow here. So yellow's not good. To be fair, we could probably do with... So again, air quality, water, food. There is a sandbox mode. You have the campaign missions, which is what I've started, which I'm showing on stream today. There is a sandbox mode as well that you can just go off and build to your heart's content. I mean, we haven't because it's the opening one. We haven't even seen there's different environments. There's deserts, which offer new challenges such as water and farming. How are we doing on the Atari board? But considering where we started, I mean, the initial building is this. These are the original building. This little area here is where we started. And you can just see, if I pan out, you can just see how far we've spread the city. We can still go. Oh. Now, it's a shame that visually the Xbox One version isn't as good as PC, and I think it's less shiny than the PS4 version, but it's by no means ugly enough to put you off playing. Yeah, Feldham, there is a lot of Tropico. Yeah, I can see what you mean, my friend. I just really like it. I just don't think, for anyone who likes building cities and micromanaging, this game has a lot to offer. And especially, I mean, I know on PC you're very awesome, but on console there isn't a lot of games like this. And it works so well on a controller. I mean, I'm not missing a beat. I'm not making mistakes. It's smooth. There's no lag so far. There's no frame rate issues. I mean, luckily the population seems to be fairly happy so far. But what I will do is stick in a lightning tower over here as well. And what I will do, if I can build a park. Build a park. I think a nice idea. Let's give. So we've got a bar and grill here. Let's give them a VR sensor. You could put a VR sensor. All the blue lines is where everything where this place should be surfaced. So. How fast those drones got to work. There we are. Probably build. Nope. Let's build a. So well, let's really go all out. Let's build a scraper, shall we? Tier 2 level hospital as well. I should really be doing a more cosmetic presentation to everything, but Macintosh, pleased to hear it, buddy, and thank you for following indeed, sir. Thank you kindly. You too. I hope you really enjoyed this. You have to come back and let me know what you think when you stop playing it. Take care, my friend. Enjoy. How are we doing? So what I really should be doing now, I've had a bit of fun. What I really need to be doing now is focusing on getting some nanites built up. I think we've got all the cargo pods done again. I mean, I love it if you zoom in right close and just move around the city. You can hear colonists talking. Just chatting amongst themselves. Might as well just get the research centre working away. Really? It's all blocked off. Oh, plague spores. Here we go. Plague spores are coming in, but luckily this is why I've got plasma turrets, because the plasma turrets can shoot down spores. We have a plague infection. So spores have landed. Now we have a plague infection, so what that means is colonists are now getting sick, and if you don't treat them, they will die. However, if you have a chemical plant, upgrade your chemical plant to stage 2, and then the chemical plant will start producing plague vaccines, which will be distributed to your hospitals, which is why when you start building large habitats or skyscrapers, you want to make sure you have a hospital near each one, because they will then start curing people. The best way to get rid of an infection source, though, sadly, is to get rid of it. This is what I find, if you really want the infection to go, is to get rid of the source. So I've only just put our park up. So that was actually quite... I'm going to put another turret down there. And then what I'll do is I'll just... Because I like the idea of a park. So what I'll do is I'll just move the park... here instead. So, good afternoon to everyone who's been watching. I am Sean the Cockney Charmer. This is Aven Colony on Xbox One. Released today on consoles, PS4, Xbox One, and also on PC. From Team 17, and I really, really like it. Why are we not producing any bed? Where is my mill? It's quite easy to lose track of vehicles as well. Well, so far, I think it's fair to say that everybody's quite happy in the economy. Wait, why are you? Why are you miserable? interesting.
We'd like you to increase the colony's population.
Okay, so we reached 300. Now we've got to reach... Basically, population targets will keep going. The longer you keep a colony going, the higher the population target will go. But as you can see, we basically... All we have to do is complete the Earth History Centre, and we can call this city done. It should be noted that you can speed the game speed up. However, if the game detects a critical incident, such as a plague infection, the game speed will automatically slow down until that situation has been resolved. Look at the size of this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a couple more. Inside nanotes production, and then work to 360, and then I'll build the Earth Centre, and then we can call it a day. So I'd like to thank everyone who's joined me today for this special launch day stream of Aven Colony. I'm really enjoying it, absolutely loving it. But please, if you have enjoyed what you've seen, please do hit that follow button. Also, please do check out my social media pages to my YouTube channel, where I put game trailers and gameplay videos on a weekly basis. Every day whenever I can. Please check out my Twitter at Cockney Charmer. Feel free to say hello. Also to do the annoying bit, but as a Twitch affiliate, and of course I used the wrong word, so apologies. I do now have a subscribe button. All money goes to help improve the channel. I am working to get a decent enough working laptop rig in order to do the whole PC banner camera thing. If you do have a Twitch Prime subscription or Amazon Prime, you do get a free subscription for a channel per month. That is enough of that. Okay, so I am now aiming to build the Earth History Centre in order to get things back under control. So I have to get 360 nanites. So I'm going to speed up game time a little bit. So far we've done really well. We are currently in year 16. The population's happy. I've won the referendums. We've had no major incidents so far. Thankfully. Oh. I don't want candy. Now I'm a little bit worried that I can't seem to find... my mill that I actually positioned here. It's very frustrating. Also trying to find a place to put this mill. Ah, of course. What a silly Billy. So I probably have another mill out there, which isn't producing flour because I made a mill, but I never told it what to produce. So that's a bit rubbish. So how are we doing on our... Right, can you... Alright, so the milk can be told to make bread. So it's referendum year again. So again, constantly the people being asked to vote on how I'm doing.
I know they say the gravity is a little lower. Just
Let's put another... Look how fast the island is working. Alright, let me pick it on. Oh, let me pick it on. That's me. The music is just... has that proper epic feel to it as well. Just to speed up time a bit more. 300 nanites. So of course as soon as we hit the magic 360 we can build the Earth History Centre, which is an absolutely massive building. The game calls them mega structures. So the fence is kicking in. Okay. We now have enough resources to build the Earth Centre. Now this is an absolutely massive structure. Finding a place to build this is going to be maybe a bit tricky. Why are you blocked? Is this really the only place I can build it? Oh, no, we can build it here. Okay. So this is the official. As you can see, all the drones are getting to work. Goon and Huben, Ben, thank you for the follow. Macintosh 2K, thank you for the follow. Right, let's speed up a bit of time. Look at the size of this one. This is with the game speeding up, so this is letting you know just how long it's taking to build. This is pretty much the winning target. Once this is done, you'll be happy. I just love seeing the drones going to work. Decent camera angle.
The United States of America began in 1776 and lasted until the year 23. The Earth History Center is now accepting applications for...
I'd like to facilitate a trade arrangement.
Really worth it.
Okay.
The Ottoman Empire.
Now, so we're about to be told that we have victory. But before we do anything, I'm just gonna... Where is the chemical plant? Again, remembering where you've placed buildings is really key in this. Where did I put the chemical plant? Where have I put the chemical plant? I'm pretty sure I put it over here somewhere. There is, I think. Chemical plant, yes. Could you please make... That's not wanted. Let's have a look.
We'd like you to expand your colony's population.
Okay, so we've hit 400. He now wants us to get a population of 500.
A new mission is available.
So, now we've built the Earth History sensor, we can now basically we can claim victory on this mission and we can move on to the next one. So essentially what you have to do in Aven Colony is literally set up and build a safe, sustaining city to the point where the higher ups on board the ship in orbit can say, thank you, you've done a good job, that city look after itself, we now need you to go off and start again in a new location. So now we've built it, we have to keep it functioning and happy for 1 full year. Completion will stop if it loses power or stops working at any point. So we're going to go back to... I'm going to find it and I'm going to put a load of power around it. Just to make sure that everybody is happy. So I think a few solar panels probably please it. Because it's such a prime location. Now what I don't want to do is to get carried away and start using up all our power reserves here. But I'm more than happy. And what I'm going to do is build a bit of an extension. You're really not going to let me build anything there. I think what we need here is clearly a nice hospital. And maybe even bar and grill? Yes, let's put a bar and grill. Keep everybody happy. Intake valve. Just so we don't get struck by lightning. Lightning bolt.
Petersburg began as a tiny land.
I love the fact you can, if you move over a building, you can hear it talk as well.
Grow to the world's mightiest empire by the year 2400, thanks to its extraordinary feats of genetic experiment.
Well done, Governor. The Vanar colony is now stable and should serve as a solid foothold for our expansion. We'll be placing a junior governor from our training program in charge of this colony as you move on to greater things. Your next mission will take you to a desert area known as Sandy Gulch, where we'll need you to construct a new mining colony.
See, and this is what I like about the game. You can carry on this colony as long as you want to play it. So you can keep expanding, you can keep growing, you can fill in all the little bits now the targets are met. Or you can claim victory and move on to the next one. It's just such a clever campaign. So this is we have completed all the requirements of the first level. We have established a city that is self-sufficient, that is happy. We had no real disasters. We survived spalls, we survived referendums. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. That is Aven Colony, of which I am really enjoying. I've not attempted the next mission, which is the mining colony. So that's going to be my next challenge. That'll be interesting. So I might stream that for my next Aven Colony stream on Friday, next time I'm home. So please do hit that follow button if you'd like to see that. But thank you for those who have joined me in chat. Thank you for everyone that has all the new followers. Tracy766, thank you for the follow. Hugely appreciate it. So thank you to the new followers. Thank you for the new subscribers. Hugely thank you. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the donations. Again, it only helps me make this channel grow. So thank you very much indeed. I will stream this again on Friday. And I do want to find out why am I not exporting. Oh, so there we go. Ta-da! So we hit 18 years. So we completed 57 mission objectives. We won 3 referendums. Oh, it was every 3 years there's a referendum. Okay, I thought it was every year. So 164 buildings, 437 colonists. And most people seem to be happy. Only 62% of jobs filled. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So, I'm going to end my stream there, but I want to thank everybody who's watched, everyone who's joined me in chat, all the new followers. Thank you very much. I do stream every evening almost, and on Saturdays, and I do have a weekly lazy Sunday stream where I just chill out with friends and just play whatever game happen to be there on the Sunday. I will be streaming this again because I'm actually really enjoying this. So this has been Aven Colony, out today on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC. It's from the lovely people over at Team 17. So please do show them some love on Twitter if you use Twitter. Let them know the stream was fun, if it was fun. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Hugely appreciated it. And until next time, take care, be lucky, be safe, and bye-bye for now, and have a good week. Bye-bye for now.